Doing all right. 5, 4. Okay, we're live. Here we go.
Welcome to Aluminum Spork.
Just pretend it's a spork, everybody.
Where mysteries
Freaking AI.
come to talk. From ancient cities underground to UFOs that float around. Giants of the past, prophetic signs that last, archaeological fights, and strange unexplained lights. Aluminum Spork, where truth and legends intertwine. From pyramids to guidestones blown, to secrets carved in ancient stone. We're diving deep into the unknown. Hancock's theories we explore, while Congress opens UFO doors. From Göbekli Tepe's rise to jellyfish in darkened skies, mound builders of old, stories left untold, hidden history's core. We're questioning it all. Aluminum Sport, your weekly dose of mystery. From ancient text to modern day, we'll light up truth's hidden way. Join us as we investigate, where conspiracy meets reality, and history holds its secrets tight. On Aluminum Sport tonight.
All right, everybody. Welcome. It is Saturday night. It is Aluminum Spork. Usually we talk mostly about conspiracies, ancient lost histories, UFOs, all that good stuff. But recently the conspiracies are coming to life. The truth is being known. So we're talking just USA politics, mostly. And we're talking, some world politics. But we'll be talking about USAID tonight. We'll be talking about DOGE. We'll be talking about Title IX. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to cover. This has been the most roller coaster first month I know of any presidency. We have a great guest tonight. We have Brian from, him from the Popcast Brothers. Also, is it the Brain Show? Is that what it is?
Brane. Yeah, it's a play on me and my brother's names.
I like it. Welcome
Brian
to the show
Shane.
tonight, my
Thanks,
friend. How's everything going? I know you have some new shows on Saturday morning. I mean, you're a busy man. You've been streaming all day. Let everybody know about it.
Yeah, we start Salty Saturdays on the Salty Nerd podcast at 10 a.m. That was today.
Love Salty.
And then that goes all the way to noon, and then 12:30 we roll into the Brain Show, and that goes till (2:30 or so, 3. And here I am.
It's awesome, man. Thank you for being here.
Of course.
We're gonna take it a little slow, starting off. Jump right.
We're on
into the
Rumble
madness.
again. We're finally back on Rumble.
So why were you off Rumble? Can I ask?
We lost our account information, and it took like 6 months for support to get us back in the account.
Man.
I couldn't refresh the password. Nothing. I couldn't reset anything. Took like a long time just to get us back in our account. I didn't want to start over again, even though we didn't have a lot of followers. I just didn't want to start over again.
Yeah, you saying not a lot of followers. Come on, how many do you guys have?
Well, on YouTube we have a lot, but not on Rumble.
No, I'm trying to break 500 on Rumble.
I hear that. On YouTube we have like 140 something thousand.
That's beautiful.
I think. But on Rumble, I think on Rumble we have like less than 100. I think. Yeah.
I'm beating people. No,
You're
just kidding.
beating me on Rumble. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, please share it in the private chat, the link, share it into the chat. We'll make sure
Sure,
we're
yeah.
sharing it out all through the night. Tina, how are you?
I'm doing well. Happy it's the weekend, and I'm gonna avoid Monday for as long as I can. So
I hear you
that's
on
why I'm
that.
here.
And
Yeah,
amen
yeah.
to that. You were going to throw something in there before. What were you going to say?
Oh, I was just saying that tech support's busy, so a 6 month SLA sounds normal to me.
6 months. Yeah. I can't, guys, can I get my password reset? Like, I don't know what's going on right now.
That to me shouldn't be that hard, but you
You
never know.
it was set on like auto when it was like auto dropping our VODs. And then, and then one day I looked and it wasn't doing it anymore.
That's crazy.
Right.
Yeah, I don't understand when that happens. Like everybody, I don't know if you used it back in the day, but BitChute, like I would do YouTube and BitChute because YouTube is YouTube.
I had like 1,000 people on BitChute, and I thought I was like, oh, it's pretty good. And then it just went way down, and when views went from like, oh, I might get a couple thousand views to like 3 views.
See, I'm the opposite. I think I may have 17 subscribers at BitChute, but like every stream is like 500 to 1,000. So it's like, I don't know how that collates, but whatever.
Yeah, we're focusing now solely on YouTube, Rumble, and X. We're gonna, instead of like trying to spread ourselves into like 15 different social media, we're just gonna focus on those 3. No Facebook, no BitChute, nothing else.
Yep. And funny you said that. We are live tonight on Rumble, X, and YouTube because that's what I've been trying to focus on too.
Nice.
YouTube has been rough on me lately. They demonetized me. I think it was last year, got my monetization back. And ever since then, it has not been growing. But I'm happy to tell everyone I've only lost 10 subscribers in the past 28 days. So I'm up 98%.
It's funny because we when we got demonetized, we lost a bunch of subscribers too. We lose like 20 a week.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. YouTube is the roughest. They really are because they think they're the only one in the game, They think, but it's going to change. I mean, when you had the largest election stream was on Rumble, not on YouTube.
Yeah,
that was
Crowder, right?
Amazing. Yeah, Crowder had the largest stream that night. YouTube, YouTube. I got my cup upstairs too. I know people.
They've sent me 6. I only got 1. I should have only gotten 1. I almost feel bad. They keep sending them. Like every year, I get another mug.
I got my 1, and then I stopped subscribing for a little while. I subscribed again. I still haven't gotten another one, but that's okay. I got my 1. I'm happy.
There you go. That's good.
And I know some people in the fandom have their issues with Crowder. I think he's still one of the most important. If you want to go libertarian, he's a hardcore Republican, but like right-wing voice out there. And we need those people. I
agree with that for sure.
But yeah, guys, so we're going to be talking about USAID or USAID, whichever way you want to say it. Brian, have you been, I know you have, but what are your thoughts on the reaction of the Democrats with, Elon Musk and his 6 young guns at DOGE just ripping it apart, dude?
His 6 autistic 4chan gamers. Yeah, I think it's hilarious. Some of the verbiage from the Democrats is so silly.
Yep.
They're like, Elon Musk with his commando hackers coming in here. I'm like, calm down. Okay, take your meds, bud. No, I think it's great. Look, I think it's telling that the Democrats are so angry about this.
Mm-hmm.
Why are they so angry? Well, there's only one reason to be that angry. Because you got something to hide, dude.
Amen.
And I find it fascinating that at the doors of the USAID, you have career politicians like Chuck Schumer, Maxine Waters, Bernie Sanders. Why are these career millionaire politicians all at the door demanding they be let, trying to get a chant going, trying to get people interested, and no one cares? I'll tell you why. Because usually when they want to get something done and they want to spark protest, this is my theory, I think they have money to pay said protesters, and this time they don't.
Yeah.
So now they're there personally trying to get it going. When was the last time you saw Chuck Schumer at a protest? Come on, bud. It's obvious that you are angry that they're going to find out about your corruption. And USAID is USAID is basically a money laundering scheme.
No,
it's a CIA slush fund disguised as foreign aid, and they've been double their budget for over a decade. And if you look at where the money is going, just this very first round of revelations over the last 4 days, you're talking about $500+ billion in money that really can't be explained. Because when you go, well, we spent $2 million on fertilizer samples in Africa. You're like,
yeah.
Okay, what do you got to show for it? Nothing. We're still working on it. Hold up. Hold up. Oh, well, you know, we gave $5 billion to Coflexin, whatever the name of the company is, to do AIDS medication, you know, abroad. And but only 4% of the AIDS medication ever shows up. Why? Oh, you know, various problems and you know, shipments get lost, they get stolen. Like 96%, bud? What's going 96. On?
Well, we can also look, this is just a small list, and it's hard. I can't really blow it up, so I apologize. I was trying to like do that. I can't figure out how to share like a JPEG file on StreamYard, but I'll read it off to you because this is what some of the things are. This isn't what I really want to talk about, like Politico and the BBC and other news agencies getting funding. And when they say, oh, we only got like 24K. That's because it was rerouted to different departments in the federal or to NGOs and then to them. You just have to follow the chain. But here are a couple of them. We had 1.5 million to advance diversity, equality, and inclusion in Serbia, you know, because their workplaces and businesses needed it. Only 70K for DEI musical in Ireland. 2.5 mil for electric vehicles in Vietnam, because what reasons, I guess. $47,000 for a transgender opera in Colombia. Our fans will like to hear. In Peru, 32K for a transgender comic book. So, Jesus. Hey, Peru, there's your transgender. I don't know if it's a superhero. I don't know, but it's definitely there. Some of the bigger
it is some kind of like LGBT superhero.
Of course it is. Burma, point Burma out on the map. Most people wouldn't be able to do it. They had 45 million DEI scholarships, 45 million, while American kids can't get into college. 2 mil for sex changes in Guatemala, 6 mil to fund just tourism in Egypt, because Egypt doesn't have anything people want to go see, I guess. You know, they need the help.
Okay, though, so you have to kind of give poor Egypt a break.
Yeah, dude, tourism in Egypt, like, what is that? That's on like 85% of the people I know's bucket list. Go see the pyramids. You don't need that doesn't require very much marketing, dude.
No, it's like we need tourism for Disney World. Let's give them 2 mil. You know, like it's.
Notice how all these things don't really have, and you don't have to show anything for it.
No,
you know. No. Oh, to promote tourism. Okay, what'd you guys do? You know, stuff.
Yeah, we
did stuff things.
Did you see how clean the sand was?
Some pamphlets.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like all of it is so vague, you know?
It's so vague because, like you said, it's most likely a CIA slush fund.
I mean, according to that guy, I'm forgetting his name right now, Benny something. It's been a CIA. Was it Benny? Not Benny Johnson. The guy he was on Crowder. But I forgot his name, but he basically said that about 10 years after it was founded, the CIA started to utilize it for stuff abroad. And it's been, and ever since then, the funding has been very vague. And anytime anything can be connected back to the CIA, it's in minuscule amounts, which makes no sense.
Yeah. Well, Kronos says he thinks, I'm sure they mean sex tourism. No, it's definitely the CIA. They may be using some of them to help out, but you're right. It's a way to fund not just like throwovers or government, but if you just want to get a little bit of political uprise, if you want to, you know, make sure there's something happening in this country so they don't see what we're doing in that country, this is how you fund the money. It's everywhere. It's an open bank to the world for them.
It's an open bank, right? Yeah. I sent you a couple links. Well, first one's BBC, and the second one is the AP. And you
Okay.
can see the amount of dollar amounts going to the BBC and AP, and it is insane. You're talking about millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah, I was looking at this same exact thing a little bit ago. So we'll throw that up in a minute because that is a site everyone should keep their eye on.
Oh, I have my AI plugged into it. It's scanning constantly right now.
That is dope. You're gonna have to tell me how to do that because I'm so lost. But we also to finish it out. I mean, there is quite a few, but 2 million for Moroccan, I think, pottery classes. 500,000 to promote atheism in Nepal.
But why?
That to me should be illegal.
I mean,
right?
I mean, when you go like, oh, LGBT superheroes, at least there's like some kind, even though it makes no sense, like at least you can be like, I can see how someone else can look at that and be like, it makes sense to promote LGBT. But atheism in another country, how does that help anyone for anything?
Most atheist countries are our enemy. Let's just remember that.
It's a wild thing.
Real wild. Only if people pay for it will I try to say that word because I can't say it. Sit-ins for cis says I love this. End of the Pax Americana. Absolutely. TBF pottery classes are expensive. All right. So hundreds of thousands of dollars for a nonprofit linked to designated terrorist organizations, even after an inspector general launched an investigation. $1 million to Eco Health Alliance, which was involved in research at the Wuhan lab. No, let's.
That's the same exact one that Rand Paul asked about.
Yes,
and the former director or administrator, was like, yeah, we don't really know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
and when he asked for documentation, they just said no.
Oh yeah, dude,
like they just have no oversight. That's crazy.
Well, when they were in power, they didn't have to do what they didn't want. I mean, Democratic representatives, congressmen, even the son of the president were put in contempt, and nothing happened to them. Bannon and others had to go to prison. I forget who went to prison for the longest. One of Trump's associates, but it's unbelievable that they threw it in our face. And what makes me even madder is that there are people outside of this country that have more, like, they're disgusted more than a lot of Americans are. Like, if you're on that team, you don't call out anything they do wrong. Look, if Trump does something wrong, I'm going to call it out.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
It's our job.
As Americans, it's our job.
Americans, it's our job.
Yep. And that's why we have the First Amendment, the Second Amendment. And in that First Amendment, people, it's not just free speech, it's freedom of the press. And we're going to find out that they were being funded too. So that's really nice.
The Second Amendment is there to protect the First Amendment.
Amen. It's not for hunting, it is for a tyrannical government.
Right.
People need to understand what it stands for. To finish this out, there's just a couple more 20,000K drag shows in Ecuador because they needed that. 520 mil for consultant-driven ESG investments in Africa. Funding to print personalized contraceptives, birth control devices in developing countries. I know Gaza got millions for condoms.
That's a lot of condoms.
Yeah. I mean, I can imagine you want to, maybe to hit it before you're about to die from incoming bombs, but you're not going to.
They got more condoms than there are like men who can have sex in Gaza.
Right. And we've seen that they filled condoms with helium to try to distract like the bomb, not the GPS on bomb, but the tracking on bombs and stuff like that.
Yeah, float them over the gates.
Yep. Let's see, hundreds of millions of dollars to fund irrigation canals and farming equipment and even fertilizer used to support the unprecedented poppy cultivation in, we'll call it the heroin production in Afghanistan, benefiting the Taliban. Yeah, we were helping agriculture in the mountainous regions of Afghanistan. And what is their number one crop? It's the poppy. We literally have we learned nothing since the Iran Contra deal?
Talking about heroin, friends.
Yes. straight up heroin. 2 mil promoting tourism in Lebanon because we love Lebanon. 20 mil for Sesame Street in Iraq. That's the only one. Okay, give Sesame Street money, but Iraq, I bet it never happened. Let's not forget we had to send Ukrainians to Paris for Fashion Week, and 9 million, last one, 9 million to feed Syrians ended up in terrorist hands. Hundreds of thousands of meals that went to all Al-Qaeda affiliated fighters. 1.2 billion in awards to undisclosed recipients. So we still don't know about at least 1.2 billion. That's the scarier thing.
You know, it's wild. You have someone in your chat. His name is Gap After Dark.
Yep.
He has a symbol at the end of his name, and it's the symbol for the Stargate, right?
Yes.
I love Stargate. But you know what's interesting about Stargate is, remember, they had to hide a bunch of money too.
Mm-hmm.
Because they couldn't actually, remember Woosley, we were first introduced to that character, he was trying to come in and see if their hidden funds were worth the trouble because it cost so much. Let me tell you something. If you're hiding these funds because you're trying to fight the Goa'uld and other planets, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
But I doubt that's happening.
Not at all. What do you think about it, Tina?
What frustrates me the most is that everybody is angry at Elon Musk and at the investigation, but no one from the left is angry about the money. No,
they're losing it because they feel like we're killing people by not giving them drag queens and $22K in Ecuador. Like
I don't think that's the case. I think that there's some people that are buying that hype, but the politicians that are pissed, I think they're pissed because they know they're never going to get elected again.
Yeah.
And the politicians have the kids in, at least at the university level, fear. They've got them, call your senator, call your representative, because Trump is just denying you all of your federally funded loans and all of your financial assistance. Oh, crap.
Yeah. The funny thing is my representative, Chris Murphy, is one of the loudest about this. And it breaks my heart because I don't vote Democrat anymore. But I've met the man. He seemed like a good. Well, he's a senator, I believe. Chris Murphy, right? He's a senator now. He started out as a congressman. I might be screwing that up, but the idea he's the loudest voice. So I can't wait to see how much Chris has gotten. But here I wanted to show you what Brian sent to me. This is a great site, usaspending.gov. So if you haven't checked it out, make sure you do. This is what scared me the most about the funding. They're funding media organizations.
Right.
So there in the Constitution, there is a separation between news organizations and the government. Now, I know there's so many like Walter Cronkite and all them that leaned hard left, or there's others that lean hard right, and they probably get funding somewhere. And then we had Mockingbird where they were CIA agents all through, the media, but we're literally funding them with our tax dollars now. This is the BBC, and they've offered them, how much was it in total? It's insane. It's 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 9 to 10 million.
Yeah, that's last year.
That's last year alone.
Yeah, so the thing is, you're right. There is supposed to be a separation. The free press is important, and there needs to be separation between the state and the press for sure. But since World War II, we have drastically utilized pop culture and the media to sway the hearts and minds of Americans and people around the world, for sure. I mean, look at that. One of the very first famous cartoons was Donald Duck acting like Hitler, and like there have been a lot of propaganda over the years. But you telling me that straight up you are funding very specifically left-wing outlets like the AP, like Politico, like BBC, that's because you aren't trying to spread propaganda to support a war or some like even vaguely noble thing. You are legitimately just trying to contain and continue power. You're trying to continue you're trying to stay in power. And the way to do that is to lie to the American people. So essentially you're stealing money from the American people and using that money to then lie to them so that they keep electing you. So you can keep getting your hands out and keep laundering money, keep making your families rich, like Chelsea Clinton. Never worked a day in her life.
Nope.
Somehow worth $50 million. Makes 0 sense.
0 cents. Any politician that goes in and, even 2-3 terms, let's say they got 18 years out of it, should not come out a hundreds of millionaire. Like they only get paid under $300,000 a year. Like these people are bought and paid for, and that goes on both sides. That's why Trump had to bring out outsiders and people that are no longer loved by their own party, like Tulsi, like Kennedy. But also, I hope he brings Rand Paul.
The Avengers of America.
Oh, dude,
like
that is one of the
he
great.
Basically put together a team of patriotic Avengers from all walks of life and all political associates. That even if they disagreed on everything else, they did agree on one thing: we need to fix American politics. We need to make America great again.
Yeah, we have to take a lot of the power out of the federal government too. So here's a little list, and some of these people are saying they didn't get the money, but we see USAID or USAID was using our taxpayer dollars to send celebrities to Ukraine to help Zelensky's popularity. Angelina Jolie got 20 million.
Those numbers are off. Those numbers are off, though.
I know, yeah, because
she did get the most, but she got just over $1 million. They all got around $1 million. It wasn't 20 million. That's
okay. So this is
you can go look it up. So it went through their PR teams.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And she did get just over $1 million, and they all got around $1 million. Mm-hmm. But those numbers have been inflated. But you can actually look it up because the money actually didn't go. When you go look it up, you can't look up Angelina Jolie. You have to look up her CAA team, and then her. Mm-hmm. It's all subsidiary. Yep. That's what went to her. And if you look at all those payments, they equal just over $1 million for Jolie, and around $1 million for each of them.
It's crazy that's even
still it's insane.
It's still insane.
Yeah,
it could be $10. They shouldn't be getting it.
Right, they shouldn't be getting a penny, dude.
Yeah.
No wonder why every celebrity has a Ukrainian flag in their Twitter handle. Yep. I mean, those are the ones that we found.
Yep.
What about all the ones we didn't find? No wonder why Zelensky's going to the Oscars and all that nonsense. I'm sorry, bro. No one should be getting paid to try to trick American people to support a proxy war, in another country. It makes no sense.
That can start World War III.
And now I don't trust a single celebrity with that stupid Ukrainian flag in their in their handle because we know they're bought and paid for. Or they're so low on the totem pole they didn't get paid, but they're stupid enough to follow along.
Yes.
Like Mark Hamill. F that guy. God, you ruined Star Wars for me, Mark.
Yeah, he ruined everything about Star Wars for me.
He sucks so bad. It's crazy.
Beyond.
Him and that douchebag
Mark Ruffalo.
No, but the guy who played Will in Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Yeah.
What's his name? I just posted his face. He's so dumb.
God, I haven't followed him in a while.
Will Wheaton. Yeah, Mark Hamill and Will Wheaton.
My son looks like Will Wheaton, which is really crazy. No, so I know the whole family just teases the heck out of him. It's hilarious.
Shut up, Wesley. Yeah, those two guys together are just like the supreme soy boy cucks of science fiction, dude.
Yeah. And
you know what I love about Stargate? Not a single one of those actors ever came out and acted like assholes. They're still cool as hell.
Isn't that what we want? Yeah. Shut up and act. Like the social media made celebrities think they are more important than they are, but also smarter than they actually are.
They're getting paid. We just find out they're getting paid for it.
Yeah.
Of course they feel like they're more important. I mean, technically, I guess they are. I'm not getting $1 million to put a Ukrainian flag on my Twitter.
Maybe they are smarter than I thought.
Maybe we're doing something wrong because we're over here on Twitter and Rumble and YouTube, and we're doing it, but almost for free. Yeah. And these guys got $1 million to post a flag, and they're fuck me, dude.
Dude. All I know is this: if anybody wants to pay me, go right ahead. And if you know I'm getting paid for it, I'm going to do this for now on. just know. I'll be like, yeah, Ukraine, we should totally beat Russia.
We should go to Ukraine. I agree, Spork. Let's
do this shit.
Let's get over there. Yeah. Get that flag in there.
Got to get it in there, man. And this is another thing that people aren't realizing, because you have a lot of like Politico and other companies that are hard left and writing hard left articles. They're getting paid now. This isn't them, but it's like USAID. So that's, for people that don't know, it's actually, because some people think it's like a nonprofit. No, it's United States Agency for International Development. So they'll donate money to the University of California, Davis. Then they'll donate money to EcoHealth Alliance. And then EcoHealth Alliance will donate that money to the Wuhan Institute and Wuhan University, right into the Chinese government's hands. Like,
why are state-funded universities donating money?
And why are they getting aid that's supposed to only go to foreign, places? This is how the game is played. The game is played by taking aid and just washing it as many times as you can. Black Lives Matters got it. We're finding out a lot, but when it comes to political, they did get 8 million. People are saying they didn't. They may have only gotten a couple, like 47,000 or something from U.S. Agency for
the rest. But they got the rest from.
Came from. Yeah. No, please say it, because you probably know it better than me.
Yeah, the DOJ and the DOD. You can actually see it on there. Like if you just go to the website, you can see what these people are. You know what's wild is that this website has existed for years now, like 7 years, I believe, 6 years.
I would
since
say.
Trump's first term, and maybe longer, but not in its searchable form. Regardless, which means it's been there for the taking. For the you could have looked this up for years. Right. But they hid in plain sight, which is why USAID sounds like USAID, because the average person sees that and they say USAID, and they think it means USAID, i.e., aid to the U.S. But in reality, it doesn't. It means take money away from the U.S. and put it everywhere else, and we don't have to tell you where. Might as well be the U.S. Association International Decomposition. It's not for development. It could be for anything that's not coming to us. All I know when I see that is that's not our money anymore. You took it and now it's gone. Yes. But it looks like you're helping us in some way.
Right. And that's the sad part. It looks like we also look like we're trying to do something right until you look at the bottom line and you just follow the money. And that's why they hate Elon Musk. He is following the money, and his guys are just unbelievable, these dudes. I have an article here that talks about them. It doesn't show their picture. They're all between 18 and 25, I believe. And they're brilliant, these kids. And they're calling them hackers. Like these, and you have people like
they said commando hackers. Remember that?
Commando hackers.
Elon Musk and his commando hackers. They live in like the 90s, where like when a hacker is wearing a hood, and a guy foul mask, and he's like on the black screen with the green text, and he's typing really fast. Like that's and they have like 4 screens, and one of the screens has like a weird symbol that's like changing and moving.
Yes. Yeah.
And for some reason, Hugh Jackman's there getting a blowjob. That's what they think hackers are.
That's it. So
they don't even know what a hacker is, dude.
Wasn't Angelina Jolie and her first husband in Hackers?
Yeah, that's true.
They were. The original
you got a guy drinking Jolt. He's drinking Jolt. He always has like a lollipop, a certain brand. It has to be that certain one, or he can't do his job.
Doritos and Jolt Cola.
And it's got to be a black screen with green text for sure.
Yeah.
And like as he's doing something, one of the screens has like a weird, some kind of graphic that's like moving and shaping. Yeah. In reality, none of that's factual. That's not how hacking works.
No, that's not how it works.
And they're not hacking. They have read access. There's no hacking required. You know what they have, guys? A login. When you log into your Twitter or your Facebook, are you hacking into your Facebook? No, you're logging in.
Oh, man.
It's a wild thing to say.
I hack into my husband's Facebook account, but that doesn't
There
really
you go.
help, though.
No, it doesn't. But you know about programming and coding, right, Tina?
I was a computer science major. I started my life as a mainframe programmer right out of college. Yeah.
So was I. Back when C++ was all the rage.
No, teach Unix for Dummies.
I got C++.
My old company, so.
There was
That's
A++
wild.
also.
Yeah, I ended up switching from computer science to computer graphics because I couldn't get a job in computer science. Too many Indian guys were way better than me.
Way better. I was working on my...
No shade whatsoever. They just knew better.
No. You're right. I mean, that's what they went for, and it was a lot of Indian and Pakistani guys I worked with.
I was way better at graphics, so I ended up teaming up with an Indian dude, and my first company was making websites. I did the graphics, like the front end UI. He did all the back end stuff.
That's dope, dude.
Very cool. Very cool.
That is very cool.
Yeah. I moved into corporate training, so now I teach people how to use the software.
It sounds like a nightmare,
programmers
Tina.
build. So,
Imagine teaching like some 6-year-old dude. Okay, so this is where you log in. Where?
I did actually have to teach.
How'd you get there again? How'd you get there?
I had to teach a bunch of 50-year-old men who had been mainframe programmers how to code in open systems in Unix, and that was really hellish because I was just this 20-something-year-old woman. Not only were they had never seen a woman code before, I was then teaching them. So it was a very humbling experience.
You know what, Tina? If just 2 years ago you sent that like idea to Hollywood, you could have been a movie. You know, they would have made you like a black trans guy, or woman.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would have been a black trans guy for sure. Yeah, you know what's funny? My dad used to ask me to help him with his iPhone all the time. I don't own an iPhone. I've never owned a single Apple product. Everything I have is Windows PC. I built it, or it's an Android. So I have no idea how to use iPhones, but I know like basic, and I understand like the basic concept of an iPhone. So I would always help him, and every single time he was like, "Show me," and I would get so frustrated. Finally, this is about a year ago. He goes, "How did you get?" I'm like, "Let me see." I got his phone and I threw it in the lake. So angry, and I was like, "I don't want to ever help you with your iPhone again. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't know an iPhone." I felt really bad afterwards, but guess what? It's been over a year and he's never even requested a single training session.
Wow. That's
I felt bad, and it cost me $800. I had to replace the iPhone.
No, Edwin, excuse me, spelled EDCO, is not trans. Okay. Edwin is just a cross-dresser. Edwin is who Edwin is. Don't ask Edwin anything because you know how Edwin can be. But Edwin hasn't been on the show in a lot of years.
Who's Edwin?
This is Edwin.
First to know, my pronouns are so thank you.
You in a wig?
That's Edwin. Edwin's my CFO. Yeah.
No wonder why you got booted up on YouTube, my dude.
Yeah,
especially back then, you couldn't, like now you can say stuff like retarded and stuff.
Yeah.
Back then you couldn't say any of that. Like the last time we got demonetized was because I said something about the coof. You know what I'm talking about, right? I'm being careful.
Yeah.
Because that is still a naughty word on YouTube.
Isn't it crazy?
It's crazy.
It's insane.
It's been what, 6 years? And we can't say the word without them like analyzing the YouTube. Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah, how did you use it in a sentence?
Did you do that thing when you went to you did the questionnaire? How do you feel about jabs? I'm trying to be cool.
Yeah.
And if Tina got a jab and she complained about it on social media, and you're like, what am I 12? I don't, why am I doing this? I don't understand.
Am I supposed to report her? What am I supposed to do?
It's like, what would you do? And I'm like, I don't know. None of this makes sense.
I had a lawyer help me write the letter back to them, and they responded in I think it was 13 seconds. We reviewed your letter and your information. Oh, bullshit, you did. They hated me, dude.
Dude, my last appeal is still sitting in my YouTube as unlisted, my back end, and it has 0 views.
Yeah.
Dude. We reviewed it, right? And never. Not a single person has watched that video. You know why? You guys put a counter back there. I can tell.
Yes. Dude, I literally, everyone, Gary from Nerdrotic, all the guys at Geeks and Geek, they all warned me, dude, just watch how you say stuff. You might not want to go down that route. I'll be fine. I don't give a shit.
No, you gotta use the new, I call it new leet speak. It's when the jab is this, the coop. There are new words that we've invented just to be able to discuss normal everyday things happening to us.
Right.
It's wild. It's sort of,
and you got to use the right like gender reassignment instead of what it really is, or I don't know, like.
you can't say the diss word anymore.
I heard
can
a new one. I heard a new one this week. A PDF file.
Oh, that's funny.
Instead of a Fredo, a PDF file. I just like, oh my God, that's so smart.
You can do what Crowder does, and you can turn off YouTube when you're talking about something like that, and then just turn it right back on. That's pretty brilliant.
I don't know how he does it because I would do the same thing. I love it. Pissing on the.
No, you can do it. You can do it in OBS. OBS has you can actually modify the individual streams. That's what I use.
Okay. Everybody tells me StreamYard sucks anyways. They went up to like $50 and you don't get shit for it. So
I hate StreamYards, bro. I hate paying for it. I love the freedom of OBS. It's beautiful. Although it's more work,
Yeah, but if you get it, you get it. And I'll have to figure it out because I'm sick of I want to do more stuff with my streams, and Rumble's the one where you can say anything. 99.9% of the time you can say anything and you're going to be fine. Because they believe in free speech over there.
You're going to have to get the Streamlabs version of OBS. It's like the corporate OBS. And you're going to have to pay for it like $20 a month. Yeah. Because if you want to multi-stream, Streamlabs OBS requires, it's the only way you can multi-stream. If you want to multi-stream with OBS Vanilla, you got to have like 4 instances of OBS up. It gets really complicated. Just spend the $20 and make it easier.
$20 compared to like $45 a month.
Plus it's in 1080p. You can record. Dude, you're a smart guy. There's so much more control. I can do anything, but there's stuff I can't do in Stream. Matt from SMP loves StreamYards. I couldn't get behind it, dude.
I hate it. So I'm gonna try. Moving over. Everybody knows I should.
And you're gonna have to use Video Ninja to bring people like me and Tina in. But it's not hard. I'll show you how to do it, bro.
Yeah, all right, cool. I appreciate that, man. So we got the 6 babyface guys from, I messed up. They're 19 to 25. You got, Korenstein, I believe his name is Edward Korenstein. He's 19, 21-year-old Akasha Baba. They're not all white dudes. Let me just throw that out there.
I couldn't pronounce any of their names.
Yeah, 22 years old. Ethan Biotran, 23. Luke Ferrator, 24 years old. Gauder Cole Killian is the oldest at 25, and Gavin Klinger. Gavin Klinger is the 25-year-old. So these guys are the best at what they do, and I'm gonna try to find that video. I don't care. YouTube copyright strike me. I don't care.
Which one?
The one where you were talking about Schumer and them, like, where he's trying to start a chant, and you got a guy with a cane.
Oh yeah.
That is brilliant.
Yeah, they claimed me for that one. That's why I didn't show it.
They're so stupid, dude.
I gotta say though, these guys are brilliant. While you're doing that, these guys are actually legit brilliant. One of the guys managed to decipher the Pompeii scrolls that were buried in volcanic ash. So these scrolls were found years and years and years and years ago, and so they couldn't obviously open it up because it's all stuck together, right? So they x-rayed it, they CT scanned it, they got some information, they would post it online. They actually gave up at a point and they made it an open source basically. Say, hey, anyone can figure this out, please figure this out. This guy, the gamer he is, which is like we were talking about before, like gamers are so obsessive. He got a hold of these things. He created an AI in his spare bedroom on an old computer, and he cracked the code in 6 months. Something that they have been trying to do for 40 years. He cracked in 6 months, and now they're in the process. They have like 5 or 6 pages. They're actually going through and deciphering this entire scroll, and it's literally stuck together. Impressive. The guy is brilliant. All these guys. The guy that went to Berkeley, I think the first guy is his name. All the Berkeley people, even the Democrats, are like, hey guys, calm down. This guy's a legit genius. I trust him with everything I own. These people are smart. Elon is very good at getting smart people to help him do big tasks, aka Tesla, SpaceX, the Boring Company. Brilliant marketing, by the way.
Yeah.
The guy knows what he's doing. He picks the right people. Does Elon Musk know how to put an engine on a SpaceX ship? No.
Right.
He finds people that know how to do it.
Not what you know to, you know.
I missed the beginning of what you said though. What code did he break that was like 44 years old?
He deciphered the it was a scroll they found at Pompeii. all crushed
yeah,
and stuck together in volcanic ash.
Okay. Yep.
They could only actually see what was on it by doing CT scans.
Mm-hmm.
Even with the CT scans, though, they couldn't actually, they didn't actually know what it was. He utilized all those scans that were online, and he used an AI, and he trained an AI specifically for that purpose of breaking that code, and he was able to do it. The first word he got was purple, which made them all excited, because if the word purple was in there, which means it was some kind of royalty, because purple was reserved for royal people.
Yeah, for the Caesars. Yeah, mostly. That's insane, dude.
I did zombie. That. I upgraded, man.
All right, here we go. It might be a little like annoyingly loud, so I'll turn it down a little and tell me if we need more.
I've got to tell Elon Musk, nobody elected your. He must be made to pay. We must enforce the law. Lock him up. Lock him up. It is pretty clear we have to shut down the city. We are at war.
I love their speech.
You're at war.
Yeah. Dude, these people go right to that.
We won the war the second we locked you out.
Yep. But they go.
We had a woman run for office that we never elected or voted for, but Elon's the problem.
Right.
Fauci. No one elected Fauci, and that dude was the highest paid federal official, and he was the czar of science.
Yeah, and he was that way since the late 80s and the AIDS crisis. You know what's wild? Why do you think it's a good idea to hire the same guy that mismanaged the AIDS crisis?
Right.
Talking about the worst disease in the history of diseases. This guy mismanaged it to the point where he made teenagers believe that heterosexual kissing could give them AIDS.
Yeah.
When 99.6% was homosexuality or needle use.
Yeah.
This guy tricked the American people for years. It was found out. He was never punished. He was never fired. And then when another crisis came up, they gave him that job. This is how inept the government is.
Yeah.
Because they're all bought and paid for, dude. It's not actually about helping the American people.
No.
It's not. It's about lining the pockets of them and their friends.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah. How do you get a job after the AIDS crisis? I don't even understand it.
After what he said, like when people already knew, like
they
you
knew.
said, that it
Common
wasn't
knowledge.
transmitted. He made anybody my age scared after they had sex without a condom, with heterosexual sex. They made us terrified when we found out, yeah, pretty sure you're not going to get it. He made kids think you kiss your mother, you might get AIDS. Like,
bro, I remember being 16 years old and like kissing my now 20, I've been married for 22 years, same woman. In high school, we went to prom, and I remember worrying about kissing my wife, my now wife, at the time girlfriend, because I might catch HIV.
Yeah.
Because her mother died of HIV, because her mom unfortunately was a drug user.
Yeah.
So I had that weird, and I remember for like a year not wanting to be close to my now wife because I was so terrified of AIDS. It's crazy.
Yep. Well, and Tina, real quick, and I'll go to you. This is the same group that keeps trying to tell us we're overpopulated when we actually are on a decline. So anything they can do, Planned Parenthood, scaring everybody with AIDS, scaring everybody with a pandemic. Right. They do not want us reproducing. I really believe.
Where is Planned Parenthoods? Most Planned Parenthoods are located in what parts of the world? Inner cities.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that's a coincidence, everyone?
No.
And the person, what is her name? Margaret something?
Yeah, the founder eugenics lady.
Yeah, the founder of Planned Parenthood was an out-and-out eugenicist.
Yeah.
She believed in eugenics. She wrote about it. She spoke about it. There's literally still audio, even from back then, of her saying this is the only way forward for the human race. And she founded Planned Parenthood, where their exclusive job is to talk poor people into abortions.
They don't talk anything about planning. Nothing about planning.
It's all a psyop, dude.
Yeah.
And you know how they get away with saying that abortions are only like 0.3% of their procedures they perform? Is they log every single. Oh, we came in and we took your temperature. That's a procedure.
Son of
Right.
a bitches.
We can. It's just ridiculous.
We gave you some contraceptive. That's a procedure, right?
Yeah.
This is.
I remember when I was a Democrat, I would argue with my Republican friends and be like, "Hey guys, no, Planned Parenthood does a lot of good for women." Because I used to believe that. Honestly,
we all did.
I believed it, and then the more information I got, the more stupid I felt, because it's not for women. It's modern day eugenics. That's what.
Yeah. This I don't remember who had it on their show, but a black woman and a young black woman and young black male went into a Planned Parenthood with a hidden camera, literally told them she was underage, he was her pimp, and they were like, okay, well then make sure you sign this form, make sure you do this, we'll schedule that. Like, and he wanted to get more of his girls. Like, if I got to get more of my girls, abortions, here, we love repeat customers. Like, these people are sick.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's disgusting, bro.
It's just disgusting.
And the fact that there are liberals that know this and still brush it off like it's no big deal is like, are you just demonically oppressed? Like, what's how can you know this information and still be okay with it?
Yeah,
it's crazy. Like, you talk about us being racist when we're not, right, but yet you have no problem with eugenics in inner city, which is predominantly dominated by African American people.
And then an African American woman praying for those people was arrested and just got out of jail because Trump acquitted her or pardoned her. Like, she was in jail for a couple years. There's also like a lady who was in her 70s in jail for a couple years, thinking she wasn't going to get out. Like, it's just, these people are, it's a cult.
Do you remember when Kim Kardashian went to the White House?
Yeah.
To convince President Trump to let some lady go. You know what's crazy is you look at that lady. So she wasn't a good person.
No.
But she definitely didn't deserve to be in there for like 60 years.
Right.
Like, that was, I mean, I think Trump was like, I don't even know who this person is, but what she did versus her crime is insane. I think he's just he's like a logical person, was like, oh yeah, we could probably get her out. That's
agree, dude. The kid
60 years for selling weed, that makes no sense.
Well, the kid they put in jail for creating the Silk Road internet site.
Yeah, I'm forgetting his name right now. Yeah, they gave him like two life sentences,
consecutive life sentences.
And then when you look at they go, he tried to have someone killed. No, there's literally no evidence to that. The only evidence they have is an account that may or may not have been used by him, but was also open to multiple people. It was literally the Dread Pirate Roberts, which is a play on the Princess Bride, because multiple people had access to that account. Yeah. They had nothing on him, but they still threw the book at him and gave him 2 life sentences plus 10 years. You know why, bro? Because they were doing the same. He was doing the same racket they were.
Yeah, and
that's why they were pissed that he had circumvented the system, and he didn't have to give them any money.
Right.
That's all. That's the only way. I mean, what other reason can there possibly be to give a guy 2 life sentences for running a website?
Yeah, and not even consecutive.
Consecutive.
So, that's like
crazy.
It's over 180 years. Like, it's something stupid.
And you know what? The way the media reports on it is so nuts, because when I first read about it, I was like, well, the guy's a criminal. He probably deserves to be in jail. Yeah. And then you get a little deeper and you're like, oh my God, even the media is in on it.
Yeah.
Because this guy obviously doesn't deserve 2 life sentences for running on a legal website. Because honestly, bro, if that was the case, you go back like long enough, I might deserve a couple life sentences. I've ran some websites that were probably questionable.
Yeah, we're screwed, dude. What kills me is they are a cult. They are. It's a religion. It's not a like an ideology. It's more of a cult type thought process. These people are all in. And if you talk to them and you want to, hey man, well, let me give you my point of view. If you don't agree completely, they will cut you out of their life. They will attack you. They will try to get your job, no matter if you have a family or not. Like, they are some of the most terrible people you will ever meet. Now, watch how they attack this dude. This is one of my favorites. They were trying to get into, I think, USAID. And I don't know who this guy is, but he is my new rock star. This guy rocks.
And we're going to create
The
DOGE.
bold dude.
We did. And DOGE is working.
Oh, yeah.
So I have to tell you, I know Elon, and I'm a little bit frustrated,
Just
not a little bit,
blocking the
by
door.
what I'm hearing. But the people that are screaming the loudest, Sean, are probably the people that are pissed off because their money train has come to an end.
That poor bastard.
We're done now.
Oh,
Sorry,
Look at
Chuck.
Maxine Waters,
Sorry,
dude.
Maxine.
She is the
Sorry,
worst.
Nancy, with your stock
You
trades.
had one,
The
didn't
show's
you?
over. We are now
This guy is-
looking, and we're
he's
going to
not getting paid enough.
We're going to find out what's
Straight
going
up,
on, and we're
this
finding
poor
who
bastard
lied.
is. Look at his
We've
face, bro.
named them
I sent you a
over
link
and
right now
over
that Elon Musk just tweeted. It's
Okay.
brilliant because this is exactly what this guy is. It's like,
we're funding
she's like Maxine. Imagine sitting there, Maxine Waters is screaming at you.
teaching people how to use their
God,
pronouns in another
that sounds like
country. We
hell.
spent millions of dollars.
This one's even better. Here we go.
In the eye. Come on, hold your face up. Look at him.
That's totally the vibes, dude.
This is him. Look at him. What's your name? Tell us your name. Give me that
Oh, that is so the vibes, dude.
Oh, man.
Oh,
That
God.
is perfect. That is perfect. That is so good. I wonder how he's feeling with J-Lo and everything and all that
Oh,
stuff.
dude. I love Ben Affleck so much. And I'm going
Me
to tell
too.
you why. I love him because he just like wears all of his emotions on the outside.
Yep.
And there's this clip I can't, if I had it right now, I'd give it to you. There's this clip I'm never going to forget where J-Lo is talking to the cameras and he's like quietly and calmly walking alongside of her.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets to the door and she just waits there. And he's like, and he opens the door and he lets her in because she's expecting him to open the door like a gentleman. He lets her in. She gets in and he goes, slams the door. And then casually walks around on the outside, lights up a cigarette. He drags it until it's dead, throws it out, gets in the car, drives away. You're like, that guy is being tortured right now.
No wonder he's an alcoholic. You know what I mean? No.
And you see him outside with a cigarette. Just stressed all the time.
So good. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Pop culture minefield. Gary. That's the Department of Education he was blocking, but it was so good. And then this is another one that Elon put out. This guy is hilarious a little while ago. Just listen, you got to hear the whole thing because the dude is so funny. And watch his daughter trying not to laugh.
It's been what? It's been like 2 weeks.
I saw this.
Yeah, it's so good.
I mean, 2 weeks. I'm done. You want to talk about regretting your vote? In 2 weeks, I went from the highest high to being unemployed.
Music.
Lost my job last night. Got a phone call.
Look at the kid in the back.
Yeah.
The repercussions of what Elon Musk are doing
This guy's a brilliant actor.
Yeah.
with the USAID has real repercussions for real people.
Like James Spader level acting.
Got like that.
For the last 7 years, I
quiver?
have been
Yeah, he's got the
the shift
quiver.
lead on Project Bus,
You can hear in his voice. His
where
voice
we
is
studied to find out if the wheels on the bus went round or not. And all of a sudden, Elon, who's not even elected, gets in,
Oh my god. This is
and I'm
so
not having
good.
a job.
His daughter.
Genius.
Dude, when his voice cracks,
Yeah.
I'm dying,
What do I
bro.
tell my kids?
I'm dying.
The quiver, dude.
Look at his
This is a
kid in the
joke.
background.
This USAID stuff is not a joke, man.
It's not a
It's
joke.
affecting real people.
Someone needs to give this guy a
The
job.
worst part is,
Oh, the crack.
what
He's like,
if we never figure out? What if we never figure out if, in fact, the wheels on the bus do go round and round? Does nobody care?
does nobody care?
Dude,
So
if this
brilliant.
guy doesn't turn this into like a stand-up routine,
Oh my God.
he is good. He's brilliant. He's
Brilliant.
good.
He
I've
do
interviewed
this
so
for
many
everything.
actors for my main
Yeah.
channel that aren't as good as this guy is.
Yeah. Dude,
No
just
offense,
his
no
like
offense.
the tears he had going was it was like just trying to be a man holding it together.
So good, bro.
His job, the wheels on the
You know what's funny is so a lot of these, like, speaking of that, a lot of the federal employees that were let go
Yeah.
are all posting a bunch of "I've been fired" nonsense. I resign,
Right.
but you haven't been.
No.
No,
Nope.
you've been placed on administrative leave until they can discuss your job with you and make sure your job is actually efficient and part of what they require.
Yeah.
No one has been fired yet.
Yeah.
Not a single person in the federal government has been fired. Everyone is still being paid. You're effectively being paid to stay home while they figure out if your job is worth the trouble. If you're out there screaming and yelling, that's because you probably know your job is redundant.
Right. And they're going to get a severance too. They've talked about it.
Of course they are.
These people are like, they're just ridiculous. Like, and also like, if you were hired as like the manager of the DEI department somewhere, like you were dumb to take that job. Like we all knew if once a Republican got into office, it was gone.
I would have taken it. I would have laughed all the way to the bank.
Yeah. For the money they gave you. Probably you're right. You're right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What, guys, we're making a comic book about a gay superhero in Afghanistan. Fucking yeah, let's do it. Fuck yeah, let's do it. Wait, what should we call him? What should we call him? Rainbow guy? All right. Yeah, sounds great. Oh, we're doing a trans opera in Ireland? Yeah. Fuck yeah, all right. Hell yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
Search for the holy twigs and berries.
Yeah, I'd be all about it, bro. I would be having the time of my life.
Enjoy it.
And then when Elon Musk brought me in, like, what do you do here? I'd be like, fucking nothing. This is a horror. Give me my severance, dude. I'm out.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I don't do anything here of any value. I'll be honest with you, dude. Just make sure I get a decent enough severance and I'll go do something of value. Jeez.
Oh man, it is awesome. These people like are losing their ever loving shit. Like, and it's just fun to watch. Like they're trying to say there's a coup going on. It's a judicial coup, not a military coup, because he's the Secretary of the Treasury, because Elon Musk got to look at is auditing. He's auditing everybody because he has the security clearance and the president is giving him the right to do it.
He didn't even invent DOGE, bro. DOGE was actually invented under a different name under Obama and carried on, and then the name was changed. And let's be real, was the name changed for the meme? Sure it was.
Yeah.
Look, guys, I get it. Elon Musk is a giant troll. So when he thought of continuing in this position to actually do the job that Obama did not do, you made it DOGE because it's a troll. But it also, in some way, works. Department of Government Efficiency. It somehow works. It works. So yeah, it's a troll, but that organization, that position existed before Trump was even there. Before he ran for president, it was set up during the Obama administration and just never utilized properly.
Yeah.
But you don't see anyone talking about this in the media, bro. They don't bring up any of the actual facts. They just gaslight everyone.
Yeah, because we're in a culture of just read the title of the article and lose your shit over that, and not read three paragraphs down the actual juice of it. Tina, what were you going to throw in?
I was going to say, did you see the movie Dave?
Yeah, Dave. Yeah, where they replaced the president. Right.
Right, with a lookalike. Well, in that movie, they had the pretend president's best friend was an accountant. Brought him into the White House, sat down in a meeting, and started going through the books. I mean, this is not something that was just an amazing political takeover by Trump. He came up with this idea no one's ever thought of before.
Yeah,
it's no one ever thought to actually do it to the swamp.
Well, because you know what it was? They knew they lied about it. They knew we knew they lied about it, and they knew that we knew that they knew we weren't going to do anything about it.
Yeah, they knew. Yeah, no, and you know what? And Trump, who has gigantic testicles, let's be real, massive testicles, guys. The guy is he's got to use a wheelbarrow like that South Park meme.
Awesome.
He don't give an absolute F. And Elon Musk, his first buddy, which by the way, that's an amazing title, also doesn't give an F. And Tulsi Gabbard, who has been jerked around by her own party for years, who's an actual patriot, doesn't give an F. Robert RFK, who's literally had his family killed at the hands of this government, doesn't give an F.
And disown him.
Doesn't get an F. None of the people that he said that he gathered into his Justice League of Patriots, they all have 0 Fs to give. They've ran out of Fs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
dude,
you should have never you pissed off the wrong people.
Yeah.
And now you're gonna lose. And you know what? This is the greatest timeline.
Oh,
like
man.
I might still be broke. I might still have to work 15 hours a day, but I am enjoying every minute of it for the first time in like 6 years.
Yeah, dude. I my wife and I on election night, I knew Trump was going to get the votes. I just thought maybe they were going to rob him. They were going to steal it from him because they did it in 2020, I believe, and I think they were going to do it again. And when we found out he lived, it was like that moment where like I started to think, wow, I finally made it to the timeline where I'm winning. Like, because every timeline before
too big to rig, bro.
That's too big to rig.
This is why he won the popular vote, the electoral, and every single branch of government, because we understood they were going to try to rig it. So we overdid the promotion. We went crazy.
Yes,
which is how. And I'm sorry if you're a Republican, but Republicans lose so often. They're really good at losing.
Yeah, because they're
and
too
Trump
quiet.
came along, and now you know, and all his Justice League of Patriots like, let us show you how to win. I hope when Trump is gone after this term, someone continues on winning, because the Republican Party is so good at just bending over and taking it all the time. It drives me nuts, bro. Dude, I mean, look at Ted Cruz. Before Trump, the guy was a massive goober. Super goober. Yeah, and then he gets beat by Trump hard.
Yeah.
He hangs out with the guy for a couple months. Next thing you know, he's got a beard, boots. He has open carry. Yeah. His voice got 2 octaves lower, and all of a sudden he's a man. He went from soy boy cuck to a man in 6 months.
Fucking beautiful, man.
Can we continue that, please? Can we show every Republican how to be a man just once?
I mean, we needed something to happen when you knew things were changing when you had the billionaire who had electric cars, dated celebrities,
the spaceman.
Exactly, from California, living in California.
The felon, the hillbilly, and the spaceman. They just took the White House. Nothing. There's nothing more American than that.
Oh my God! I'll vote for anybody out right about now that moved to Texas and coming out of Texas, because
what do they say? It's like you had every walk of life up there. You had like billionaires, businessmen, hillbillies, hippies.
Yep.
Democrats, Republican, wrestlers, space guys, crunchy liberals that learned a little bit. Yep. You have people that from every walk of life that all gathered in the same, Last Supper picture and said, okay, let's fix this.
Yeah, we got to.
And the Democrats were so arrogant, bro. They put up someone that was never elected to the position. They forced her into a position to run, and they actually thought she would do better. And you know why? Because it's all about the money, bro. Because you put up someone else besides Kamala, maybe it's a different story at this point in time. But they had to put Kamala up because the war chest that they gathered for Biden was in Biden and Kamala's name, which means that if they dropped Biden because he was literally his diapers, he was filling his diapers on stage. Yep. The only other person that could have taken that job, if you want to keep the $400 million, was Kamala.
And how fast people fell in line. How fast everybody was just like...
Immediately.
A month before, maybe he should get rid of her and get a new vice president to help him in this next election, to she is the greatest hope for our future ever.
I have so little respect for some of these media talking heads because... they just flip-flop constantly. You can go back and you can show, let's say, Don Lemon. You can show Don Lemon saying one thing in January, a completely opposing thing in February, and then the original opposing thing in March.
Right.
And he'll act like he has never changed his tune.
Not once.
He just goes with wherever the money is, dude. He just flows with wherever the money's coming from, which is how you know these people are being paid. I know we haven't found like the CNN connection. We haven't found like the MSNBC connection, but I guarantee you we're going to.
Yeah.
We've uncovered 1% of this thing.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Yeah.
There'll be a connection to CNN there. Well, I guarantee it.
It might not be USAID, but
it'll be something
find
else.
The connection.
It'll be a connection. It'll be a connection to something.
Yeah.
Some government, slush fund that just handing money away for nothing.
Yep. So, Gap After Dark, thank you for the update here. Breaking news. Donald Trump has just revoked the security clearance of Latita James and DA Alvin Braggs and banned them from any federal buildings, which is balls, dude. And then earlier today, or yesterday it was, he revoked Joe Biden's clearance, just like Biden did to him. So he will be getting no briefings, like even if he could. I mean, the dude's drooling on himself probably now because they took away all the meds.
You know what he should? That would have been funnier if he was like, "Nah, let him have it."
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Oh my God. Can we set him up like a fake office? Let him run out of the rest of his time. Just make him think he's still president.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's just.
Corn pop, my hairy legs.
Corn pop. Let me smell your child there. Let me smell that beautiful child.
That's a beautiful child. What do they smell like? Why are you smelling kids? Stop it, Biden. Stop it.
Smell. I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard recently that oh God, what's the guy who does To Catch a Predator?
Oh my God, tip of my tongue. The guy was the guy that goes, "Hey there,
why don't you take a seat?"
Take a seat. Let me look it up.
Yeah,
Chris Hansen.
Chris Hansen.
Thank you. Yeah. They said that he is also getting paid to help with catching. I don't know. Like he's going to get a federal position. I hope.
Let's go.
Yeah, I hope.
Let's go.
I hope he does.
This guy has dedicated his life to this. It's his only job. Yeah. My first TikTok account, I'm not joking, was a picture of Chris Hansen. It was like this.
Yeah.
And I made it for the sole purpose of commenting on other people who left lewd responses for clearly underage children on TikTok.
Yeah.
So every time there'd be some like teenager shaking her ass, I'd scroll down to the comments. I would see the first guy who's like, "Oh yeah, babe, that's beautiful." I was coming, "Hey there, how are you?" Dude, before that account got banned, I had 20,000 followers, and I'd never posted a single video.
That's awesome, dude. That tells you.
And it got banned, and I still to this day do not know why.
TikTok, dude. I got banned, or not banned. One of my recent replies to someone that said yes! ! It was against community. It was a community violation. I was like, okay, whatever, dude. I'm not fighting it.
I'm in review right now because my verification information wasn't. Didn't all match, and I'm like,
yeah,
what are you talking about? You asked for my ID and my YouTube channel, like to see if you're a notable person,
right.
And it was fine at first because I have a YouTube channel that has 108,000 subs,
yeah,
and so they gave me the notable thing, and then they're like, wait a minute, 2 days later, wait a minute, not everything here matches up. We need more. We need a video of you talking to make sure it's you. And I'm like,
what?
Fuck. What?
Just go to the YouTube channel.
I gave you my ID. I got 10,000 hours of content on YouTube.
They're so stupid.
I don't know if it's not worth it. It's not worth the trouble, guys.
No. This is my third TikTok channel, and I'll go in like little flashes. I'll post for a couple days, then I don't. If I added up all the TikTok channels I've had, like this one has over 8,000. I think I'd be at like 32,000 right now followers. God. But they just keep finding a reason to be like, yep, no longer. It's like, what the fuck did I say?
I wish I would have never have done the notable person verification thing because I was fine at like 4,000 subs. I'm not trying very hard. I upload like trailers for our main videos every once in a while. But then the second I did that, all of a sudden people are like giving me a hard time. And it's just, I told my brother, I was like, look, like if they don't approve it and they want me to appeal again, I'm just going to say F it and delete it. I don't care about TikTok. That's not where our fans are going to come from.
No. It's not. And my fandom has been all like, don't you talk about Star Wars anymore? And I'm like, I want to, but this is more important right now to me. So I talk about what I want to talk about.
Bro, when I started my channel with Star Trek, I haven't done a Star Trek video. Well, no, that's not true. I did one Star Trek video. I did the Voyager documentary a few months ago. Really, I haven't done a Star Trek video in years. 90% of my content is pop culture that's not even related to Star Trek anymore. It took like 2 years to sort of move away from that niche.
I did it way too quick.
I was so well. Yeah, you gotta do it slow. You gotta. Like,
I didn't.
You gotta pepper in the stuff they
Yeah.
want, and then drag the audience into another, another circle of audience.
Yeah.
The thing about Star Trek is, once Picard season 3 was over, like I was just done. It got so bad, just like Star Wars. It got so bad to the point where I no longer didn't dislike it. I was apathetic.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't that I didn't care for it.
Wars.
I didn't care about it at all.
Yeah.
Imagine being a channel with like 70,000 subscribers based on this thing that all of a sudden, almost overnight, you just stopped caring about.
Yeah.
Dude,
that's what they did.
That's what happened to me, bro.
Yeah. But that's what they did to you.
They did it to me. I didn't do it. I was a Trek guy for 35 years.
Right. And you could tell like you were real. Like I loved Game of Thrones, like A Song of Ice and Fire. I still talk about it, but just not really the shows as much because, Game of Thrones ended the way Game of Thrones ended. And then they, we got one good season of House of the Never again.
What the hell?
But
how do you drop the ball? You were at the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
You know exactly what to do. How do you fumble that bad? For real.
Hard.
It almost looks malicious how hard you fumbled that ball. I liked House of the Dragon though, to be honest.
Yeah, I hated second season. I just hated it. It's so far from the source material.
I'm just mad that they never showed the big battle. Like they had this whole like cock tease where they like led you to this point and they're like, see you in season 3. You're like, mother, are you kidding me right now?
Oh, dude, they also
where's the dragon fight?
Dude, one of the best ones is between the Blackwoods and I can't think of it right now. The Burning Mill. Yeah, the Burning Mill.
Oh, Burning Mill. Yes, you're right. You're right.
They showed us the beginning and then all the carnage, and they just
it's like they don't have the budget or something.
Well, they were like, okay, we don't have Patty this year playing Viserys, so we got Matt Smith. You know what we're gonna do to him? Make him look like a cuck for the whole goddamn season.
Yeah,
just
make him crazy.
Just make him nuts, tripping out, and then
you set up this great character, and then you don't deliver anything.
No,
you're totally right. Yeah,
they make it a vision at the end. It wasn't even like he was starting to learn. Yeah, I made mistakes, and then all of a sudden, in a vision of the future from the Weirwood tree, he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna follow her." It's like, dude,
that's not Matt Smith's fault. The guy's an incredible actor. Dude. I mean, I know a lot of people love Tennant and all that, but one of my favorite Doctor Who is still Matt Smith.
I love Matt Smith
because he just covered all, like most of them were pretty good except for the chick one and the black guy. That guy sucks. Yeah. But for some reason Smith was able to capture every one of those emotions. He's a really good actor. Tennant was designed to play Doctor Who, but Matt Smith was designed to play anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
The guy keeps taking bad roles though.
He has like Morpheus, right? Or not Morpheus.
In Morbius.
Morbius. When he was in Morbius, he played that so like out, just campy and just like I'm evil. And you know what? I laughed because like that movie wasn't that great.
He knew it. He knew it wasn't great.
He knew it exactly.
He knew it.
So he had fun. He just had fun.
He's taking bad roles. He's the Terminator Genesis, bro.
God.
First, the second you saw the script. And you saw that instead of Terminator Genesis, it said Terminator Genesis. You should have thrown it back at your agent and said, "What are you thinking?"
Yeah, run.
Like the title ends the movie.
Yeah,
like it's already over.
It's done. It's done.
To be fair, him in that movie probably was the best part of the movie.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
He's a great actor, bro.
And then you have what's his name too? Like in Star Wars, like oh god, I'm blanking. Train Spotting. Kenobi.
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor.
Ewan
McGregor.
Great actor.
Horrible show.
Horrible.
Like just changed the complete history of Star Wars. Like
Dude,
he's left.
Aside from that, it didn't even logically make sense. Do you remember when he gets to that the roadblock and you have this whole thing where they're trying to, but you can walk around.
Yeah.
Why show us the wide shot?
Yeah.
When it's clear, he could just walk around.
Yeah,
I don't understand. Don't show us the wide shot, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like,
the
decisions they made in that were so incredibly bad. Although the scene with Darth Vader coming in and ripping like badass, it was straight out of Force Unleashed, really cool,
powerful.
Yeah,
I mean, though he did like put out the fire, and then the fire raged again. I think Kenobi or the girl who helped him threw fire, so it raged again, and then he couldn't go through the fire after Kenobi. So that was weird. But like the idea,
pulling that ship down was straight out of the Force Unleashed.
So powerful.
I was like, that was a really rad scene. Yeah, they dropped the ball so bad on that movie.
So hard.
Why is Leia so hard to catch too? By the way, like
she's a ninja. I don't know.
She's a child.
she's actually an Irish ninja, like a leprechaun ninja.
Clearly, she's a wisp.
Yeah, she's a wisp. She's a fair folk or whatever they call them.
She's the fair folk.
Yeah,
fae folk.
But what kills me too is like Kenobi's there to protect Luke on that planet. I'm not even talking about him leaving, but he stops using the Force because he can't connect to it because they'll find him. But like he stops training. Right. He's just this withered, well, I guess he's supposed to be Alex McGinnis or Guinness.
McGinnis,
yeah.
Sir Alec McGinnis.
Sir. My bad. In just a few years, so he had to look a little weaker. But just the idea that he wouldn't have been able to save Luke if something happened anyways.
A few years. You're talking about like 15 to 18 years. They're still long. That was a long ways away. Wasn't Luke like he was like a young boy, right?
Yeah, I thought he was like 10. And then
was he
only
10?
like 5 to 7 years later.
I might have forgot. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all wrong. Who cares?
Well, I thought he was younger than that because she was really tiny. Because she was a 10-year-old playing.
Yeah, because they're twins.
6-year-old or something.
Oh, that's right. They were like 6 or 7. You're right. Okay.
So it would have been like 10, 12 plus years away, right? It doesn't really matter. Semantics. Yeah. The show
rules now. No, just
no, it still sucks. And they spent so much time on that weird Sith chick.
Yeah,
and she was
Reyna or something like that.
Rivia, whatever. She's horrible. She's horrible.
She took a laser sword. Remember,
she's so bad though. Every time she was on screen, she sucked all everything out of the show, and just I wanted to fast forward every time.
Yeah, she had that one face, just angry.
Yeah. You know what's funny is there's a I actually made a cut for my brother for his birthday where I cut like 90% of her scenes out, and I shortened the Leia scene to make it more of like an hour and a half long movie. But there is actually a cut out there where they somehow managed to edit completely around her.
Really?
Yeah, and they still tell the same story without a single scene with her in it.
Oh my god!
It's like called like the Rivia whatever free cut.
Oh my!
And it works. I'm always watching like this actually makes sense.
That would be dope. Yeah, that was supposed to be just a movie, and they turned it into a series. I mean, is Kathleen Kennedy even still there? This is how much I haven't watched in the last year.
She's still there. Yeah,
she's still there. Yeah. Like unbelievable, dude.
I'm a Disney shareholder, and I'm pissed.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I don't know why
you're with Culture Casino there. Poor Culture. But it's one of those things, and they're going to try. This is what pisses me off. You got companies now for the Super Bowl. You got bikini clad girls eating burgers and shit and all. They're going to try to get back to Americana and to what we were doing pre 2014. They lost us though. I want to. But like you said, I just don't have any. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I just don't care about it anymore.
I just don't care. I saw the new Carl's Jr. ad, and I'm glad they're going back to like.
Yeah, me too.
Sure, like I don't really care about Carl's Jr., but cool. At least you're going back. Nature is healing. But can you pick? Can you like? Why do we got to go back to like that exact? Exact aesthetic. Like update a little bit, guys. I get it. I get it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where they just course correct so far the other way.
Yeah, they went so far. Like this is still gonna like. I'm not offended, but like I also don't want my kids to watch it now. Like just go back to the middle where you were.
Yeah, just
it's not that hard. What's crazy is tomorrow though we should get a Superman trailer and a Fantastic Four trailer all in one and it's like 3 really good trailers that are going to drop tomorrow.
Captain America should
they already had Jurassic Park, right? Jurassic World. We're going to get 3 brand new trailers tomorrow according to the trades. Let's hope that happens.
Dude, Superman looks
awesome. Phenomenal. It looks so good. Oh my god.
It looks awesome. The dude looks like he caught it. He caught Clark Kent.
He looks like Chris. He looks like a young Christopher Reeves.
Mm-hmm.
Like She's perfect. And I'm sorry, Lois Lane. I'm forgetting her name right now. Who plays her? She's amazing. She looks exactly like Lois Lane. It's like what I picture her in my mind.
Yeah,
Crazy.
and I just love that. And people were all over James Gunn, and I said the guy
Snyder cult is weird, bro.
Yeah, they are, dude. And a couple of years ago when he got the job, I'm like, I loved Guardians of the Galaxy. I think it was the best part of the MCU the last few handful of years.
100%.
The Christmas special was fun and funny, but this guy is talented. He knows what the fans want. And Snyder, I'm sorry, that shit show he put on Netflix was horrific.
Yeah, Rebel
watch.
Moon.
Oh my God, that was so bad.
It god awful. I like the Snyder movies, by the way.
They were okay.
I liked Man of Steel. I liked the Snyder cut version of the Justice League, not the regular. The regular Justice League sucked. The Snyder cut version I thought was a masterpiece. I genuinely love most of that series, most of it, not all of it.
Yeah.
So there was something there for sure, but it was never going to be as mainstream as what James Gunn can do because Snyder has this very specific aesthetic that is not for everyone.
Right.
And quite frankly, his most famous movies, he actually had James Gunn's help on.
Yes.
If you recall.
Yes.
James Gunn was basically his mentor. So you know what we're doing, guys? We're not changing. We're actually upgrading to the guy who taught the guy. If Snyder Cultists understood that James Gunn helped the dude write his first two movies, they would be a little more, give him a little more credit. James Gunn is a phenomenal creative who has quite frankly never let us down. And Slither is a masterpiece. I'll die on that hill.
All right. And another thing I have to say is he is also a fan. He is a fan. He knows the characters. He knows what we expect from the characters. People that were mad when they saw this new Superman film and you saw our trailer and you saw the Green Lantern. I forgot.
Guy Gardner.
Guy Gardner. He looks just like Guy Gardner.
He's
I want
super
that
comic books. He's literally comic books accurate. And it's about time Nathan Fillion finally got to play Green Lantern. Come on, guys. He's been voicing the guy for how long now?
Yeah, for a long time.
It's almost not fair that I like Ryan Reynolds, but he should not have never been Green Lantern.
Oh my God, that was terrible, dude. Terrible. I'm sorry. And you got you see that Marvel's realizing it. We're finally getting a comic book accurate, yet a little older first family in the Fantastic Four. They're wearing the powder blue suit. That's what
looks like the Fantastic Four.
That's what we wanted.
It looks exactly like the Fantastic Four. Hello.
Yep. And normies would have loved it if you did it years ago when you gave us, oh God, the version of Galactus we got from the last that first Fantastic Four 2 movies. He was just a smoke cloud. He was a smoke cloud.
Yeah, everyone was pissed about that. Now we're seeing Galactus. No, they are legitimately giving us a comic books accurate. Dude, this year's gonna be phenomenal. You guys realize we're gonna get a comic books accurate Fantastic Four, a comic books accurate Superman, and the start of a brand new universe finally.
Yeah.
It looks like Jurassic Park. If you saw the trailer, it feels like a return to Jurassic Park and everything.
I haven't watched it yet, so.
Oh, it's phenomenal. There's so many TV shows and movies that are happening this year that are they're like a return to common sense, creative movie and TV making. Yeah. And I'm here for it, dude.
No,
because the last 5 years I've been in this creative drought.
I got into anime, bro.
Oh, geez. That's rough.
5 years, bro. 5 years. I literally am now. I'm that guy who's oh yeah, I love Isekai. I love that. I can't help it.
The only one I can stomach and I loved it when I did, was Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, that's a dope one. That's a dope one.
So
but there's some good ones out there, dude. I'm actually shocked. Some are very well written.
I just can't get into the dubs, bro. And I don't want to read subtitles. I'm that guy, bro.
It's so different.
And I like cartoons to a degree, but I don't like all cartoons,
I got you. I'm not even early. I don't watch anything that is pre 2010 with anime really, because I don't like the artwork. I don't like, that, but there's some good stuff out there. I love a great isekai where a guy dies in our world and gets to like live out his, magical life. That might be my heaven. I don't know. I'm a Lord of the Rings.
I'll check it out. Did you like Attack on Titan?
It was good. It was good. A lot of people hated the last season.
Yeah. It was okay.
I liked it.
I enjoyed the first couple, like the setup to it, but I felt like it never actually like landed.
Right. I can agree with you on that. I can agree with you on that.
I like Western animation way more than Eastern animation. And that's just me. That's not everyone, but
the reason I went there is because you had strong female characters, but they were also using sexuality. But I can never go with anything that shows nudity because it makes me feel weird. It's just like, okay, dude, like I don't need that. Like you can give me.
That's the difference between you and I. I actually look for nudity. I go on IMDb and go, animation nudity.
I need nipples.
Where are the nipples at?
Yeah, where's the nipples at? But like the men aren't all idiots. They're heroes. But they could be. There's actually depth to characters. Like it's actually pretty shocking how good some of it is. But one of my favorite one is just a cheesy one. It's like something My Farming Life. This guy dies, they screwed up and they send him to this world where there's magic, but he has like a tool that can change and he just farms. But then he finds out, we find out halfway through, it's like this mythical god lance sword or spear, and like he's more powerful than anybody there just because of this one weapon. But it's funny, but again, it's like a harem. It's all women that he finds. But it's fun. It's fun.
I heard they're in the middle of trying to write a live action Goku.
Really?
Dragon Ball Z, yeah.
Yeah. I've never got into Dragon Ball Z, but I can't imagine that live action.
Yeah, I've only seen like clips. It seems like super masculine, over the top, which I'm all for.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
So if they do that, I can't stand the animation, so I can't watch the cartoon. But if they do that live action,
I'll check it out.
Sign me up.
Yeah,
bro.
me too.
Like that Netflix series. Have you ever seen that Netflix TV show Obliterated?
I want to see.
If you don't recognize it right away,
I don't.
There's no way you've seen it.
What is?
So everyone out there, if you are a red-blooded American, go watch Obliterate on Netflix and thank me. It's the definition of masculine energy. It's like a spy action thriller. At one point, they are literally chanting USA, USA while a dude disarms a bomb. And it's like the definition of popcorn machismo in 8 episodes. It's phenomenal. I've literally watched it 3 times in the last year. I can't get enough. It's so good.
They just came out with the new, I don't know if it's part 2 of the season or the newest season of Invincible. I don't know if you watched that, but
I just watched it.
That show.
I love that show. Hate this season. This season is god awful, dude.
Yeah. It's like
what is up with Mark? He is such a cuck all of a sudden.
Yeah, dude, he's so powerful, but he acts like such a bitch.
He's such a bitch. He's so obnoxious and unsufferable. I can't believe this. I'm literally hating the main character right now.
And that sucks too because he was great. He was
so great.
But
he was so great.
I'm liking what's his name? Seth Rogen. Yeah, like his character. Right?
Oh yeah.
Seth Rogen, the alien.
Is it Seth Rogen?
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. He's great. Yeah.
He's great. And I don't know. It is weird. Like the little brother's now into it, and there are some great scenes, but it's like
it's obnoxious. Yeah.
I don't know why, but I love the show. The show itself gave us something when we weren't getting that. So I'll always give it credit.
No, but now it's starting to. It looks like it's starting to follow that feminist trend all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it makes sense. You can only be macho for so long.
Right.
Another show I did really enjoy that other people didn't was the Gen V stuff.
That wasn't bad.
Spin-off. I thought it was legit.
It was good.
Oh, she's controlling her period blood. I'm like, and who cares?
Who cares? That's
the
world
that
of
character is super based, and she controls blood.
Yeah,
and she's based. I think it's like legitimate racists that have a problem with that character because she happens to be black. It's an original character that is actually black. There's nothing wrong with that. She wasn't race bent. She wasn't gender bent. She has this crazy power that she discovers when she first gets a period. It makes complete sense in every way, and she's so based. It's rad. It's a rad show.
It was better than, personally for me, it was better than the last season. It was so heavy-handed one side.
The boys went crazy political that last season.
Yeah, dude, they just destroyed anything on the right, and they would throw in a little sprinkle of let's make fun of the left and let's get back to the right now.
Robert Singer, man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
Same guy who made Supernatural, so it's hard to watch that and be like, what is going on, bro? He always starts off so strong, and he can't help but let his political beliefs into the series, no matter what it is.
Yeah,
Supernatural is one of my all-time favorite shows of all time.
Oh, me too, dude.
It started to get real political at the end there.
Yeah.
And it didn't veer back in the right direction until that dude left to go film other stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
He just can't help but put his own politics in what he does eventually.
100% agree with you because, Supernatural.
Eric Kripke, right?
Eric Kripke. Yeah, you got Kripke.
And Robert Singer.
Robert Singer, yeah. Bobby Singer in Supernatural was great.
No, but the actual producer's name is Robert Singer.
The producer. Yeah. But I just love how they named him after him.
Oh, yeah, it's genius. That guy, Robert Singer never really fell off, though. I think he stuck around for a long time. He did.
Oh, it was Kripke?
It was Kripke's the one who blew it up. Kripke started it, but then it started to get really like anti-Christian and sort of political. Even at one point,
angels are evil and
and then when he left, they veered right back to the correct direction. They started, because look, ultimately, most people want to see it's okay to have anti-heroes and antagonists and protagonists, all that stuff, but you still want to see like evil and good versus each other. You don't want it to be always like, oh, well, the good guy's actually the bad guy, and the bad guy's actually the good guy. Like, all right, come on, like every season, bro, take it down a notch.
Yeah, let's pump it back a bit. I'm with you.
When they brought the Leviathan in, it became a little more.
Yep. Yeah, dude, he had to go against heaven. That was dumb.
I love how in that season though they did say that Joe Biden was one of the Leviathans. No. They said Donald Trump was Leviathan, and they said they didn't want Joe Biden. He's too stupid.
Yeah, something like that.
I laughed my butt off, bro. And what's funny is like that was so before any of this happened.
Yep.
This was like, they literally called it.
Yeah, because that had to be at least 5 years more.
It was like 2015, bro.
Yeah.
It was before he even ran for president.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's awesome. That's awesome. Before we end it tonight, I just want to get your take on. I brought it up before. Trump saying we would take over Gaza.
Yeah.
Have you seen anything about that?
Did.
Like, first of all, I love I'll bring it up. I love how he just says it. That they didn't talk. Him and the Prime Minister of Israel did not, Netanyahu or whatever, did not talk about this. Yeah.
And Netanyahu was clearly surprised when Trump said,
"Oh yeah,
we're gonna make it beautiful. We're gonna." The guy's like, "Oh shit, we're doing
Isn't it awesome though? Because he made most of his money in real estate, so it totally makes sense.
It makes sense. His solution is a real estate solution.
Yep,
makes complete sense.
It'll be the Riviera,
Exactly.
We're gonna make beautiful oceanfront property. It's gonna be huge. You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
And look, like I'm a libertarian at heart, right?
Same.
So like I'm a Republican because libertarians don't win shit.
Right.
But ultimately, I'm a libertarian. I want small government. I want less waste. I want people to leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Like that's it. Leave me alone. Get off my lawn. Don't fight on my lawn. Stay on your side of the lawn.
Yep.
Your lawn can be crappy. You can have dog crap, but I don't care. As long as you're not affecting me, I don't care what you do. The second your life, your screaming and your decisions and policies start to affect me, that's when it's on, dude.
Yes, dude.
So I don't believe that we should go over to Gaza and spend $1 billion and remake it. Of course not.
It's not going to work.
It's not. But you got to see there's a sort of a long play here.
Yeah.
That region has been mismanaged and war-torn for as long as I've been alive. I remember peace in the Middle East being the thing that celebrities said when they were doing their Grammy speeches when I was 3 years old.
Yeah.
But here's the deal. it's never going to happen as long as those two people are that close to each other. So
yeah.
We have spent billions and billions of dollars supporting both sides of the stupid war for some reason. Because depending on who's in power is who we give money to for aid or for defense or whatever. So let's just solve this once and for all. There's two options. Either we bomb all of them, make a parking lot and a Walmart and walk away.
And just do it.
Right? Or separate them. Make some beautiful beachfront property. Bring some tourism back. And hopefully disperse those people into beautiful houses into other countries. That's the idea. Trump can't say, look, guys, I'm not going to keep funding this shit, so let's just bomb everything. He can't do that. So that means there's only one option. We need to separate them. I don't agree with giving them any money. And some people would say just let them fight it out for themselves. But I don't think that's ever going to happen, because when Trump leaves, the next cuck in office is going to start giving money to both sides again.
Well, and that's the problem. And I don't mind us putting a base there. I don't mind that either. The idea, though, that we would, and Bride of Slender says it, we're not in Japan, but we do have bases near there, like, Okinawa and stuff like that. But this is the thing that won't work, because this goes back not just 50 to 70 years, not back to the creation of Israel, not back to World War II, World War I. This goes back millennia. These people are just, you're going to move me out to Egypt or something? No, you just created a terrorist, because I am going to bomb the shit out of that place. That's how they, this is their land. That's how they believe it. We can't.
Yeah, from the ocean to the sea, right?
Yep.
You know what that means when they say that?
I do. Genocide.
They're saying genocide. They're saying wipe out Israel, because from the ocean to the sea means no Israel. You have to understand that most of these people, they are indoctrinated from birth to hate Israel.
Oh yeah, they're taught it in school.
So in order to solve a culture problem like that, you got to get them out of there. You got to get them out of there, dude. Or you got to just kill them all. Unfortunately,
I know that's
it's either genocide or transportation. But it's never going to end if we don't. And when Trump leaves, we're going to start paying him again.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we're going to do. And when he's gone, the next, and someone said, I'm not Democrat or GOP. Like, I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I'm MAGA, right? I'm MAGA for as long as MAGA is reasonable and logical, which is why I'm closer to a libertarian than anything. Leave me alone. But dude, he's got to understand that the next guy in there, no matter what his intentions are, he's going to cave, and they're going to start sending money to both sides again. And it's a never-ending, eternal war.
It is.
It's crazy.
And we're paying it.
We either solve it now or it's never solved.
It's never going to, I don't think it's going to be solved. I just like that he's pushing for, no, we'll put a base there. We'll take care of the area. We'll put hotels, and it's a nice strip of land. It's on the water, right?
It's beautiful. I mean, it looks war torn now, but imagine Trump getting in there with his Trump towers. Make it a resort. Let's go.
I just want them to find all the munitions that have been hidden under the schools and under the hospitals. That's to finally prove to anyone with half a brain that,
they hide behind
Hamas was the problem from day one.
Exactly. They've been hiding behind their citizens since the beginning. They're evil. They're evil.
They are evil.
I'm not even gonna. Let's stop pretending like that culture isn't evil. People go, well, you can't complain about people's cultures. No, all cultures are created equal. No, they're not.
They're not.
Western culture is better.
Yes.
Not subjectively, objectively.
Yeah.
We are better. We don't do evil things to people. Even the worst of us are better than most of the best of yours. And I'm sorry to say that, but you do some evil crap.
Yeah.
So your culture sucks.
Yeah. And another thing is, I believe in the freedoms we have in this country. And if you are a legal immigrant coming over here, believe what you want to believe, pray to the God you want to pray to or not. But the idea that you're going to come over here and then fundamentally change us to what Sharia law and all that. No, this is America. And we do have a culture. And
they're going to outbreed us, dude. That's what they're going to do.
Yeah, well, thank God. Some of the, I don't know, Mexicans coming in. And
the Catholics.
They're hardcore.
God bless those Catholic the Catholics. They're coming through and making babies, hand over feet. Let's go, boys.
Make a lot, please. Because the idea of that like in Michigan and shit like that, them taking over and changing laws, like, fuck you. This is Western society is a Christian based system. It doesn't mean you have to practice it, but our fundamental freedoms and our
based on the Ten
fundamental
Commandments.
is based morals are based on the 10 commandments.
Yeah.
And we are not going to allow you to come over here and change our
Christian or not, it makes the most sense. Don't murder
does.
people. You know what most of the 10 Commandments are? Don't bother people.
Exactly.
Stop bothering everyone. Mind your own business. You know what? You can sum up a lot of the 10 Commandments with ready, mind your own business.
Amen, man. Amen.
Lord in heaven. It is not a hard concept, dude. It's pretty simple.
It's just follow it. Just
And you're
follow
right, like there's entire cities in Michigan that are just basically Gaza.
Yeah.
With Starbucks.
Yep. And you have also like not Taliban, but you have Muslim leaders now that are trying to change city and state laws to fundamentally become Sharia laws. And you see what's happening in England. That they've lost their culture.
They're trying to ban knives, bro. How far have you fallen when you are trying to ban knives? Because you banned guns, you banned box trucks, and now they're just killing people with kitchen knives.
Yeah.
At what point is somebody over there with a brain going to be like, hey, stop!
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Their AR-15 is a machete over there. Sorry, Andy. I know you live there. It sucks.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah, but this Trump.
Stay safe, my dude. Stay safe.
Please stay safe. And if you have any sisters or younger female, like keep them away from a lot of the areas there because they won't protect them.
When you gotta print pamphlets that teach them not to rape people, that is a clear indication that their culture sucks.
Yeah, dude.
And that our culture is better. And someone said in the comments, their culture is not compatible with ours. Plain. We're sorry to say, they're in the Stone Age, dude.
Yes.
Let's stop pretending like they're not.
Yep. And you know, my feelings nowadays are let's make if we're gonna give aid, let us make sure we're giving aid where it makes their lives better over there, so they don't have to come here.
Right?
Does that sound bad? I don't care anymore.
I like the idea of like if we're gonna spend money, let's give money to Egypt and this place and that place, and we'll build them houses. Yeah. Well, let's just make them so comfortable they have no reason to jihad, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? We'll set up some resorts. Israel will be happy. Yeah. Maybe we'll put a small base over there. It'll be a posting people want to go to because it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Let's do it. And the only way, and again, I'm not for spending money in other countries. Trust me, I'm not. But the only way we stop sending money over there is if we do that within Trump's term.
Yeah.
Because when Trump's out of office, they're gonna go right back to billions and billions of dollars sent over to Israel and Gaza. And I'm not for any money, but I am for stopping the money somehow.
Yeah, same here. I just hope
I think you gotta spend money to save money at this point.
Yeah. I just hope he does enough that throws them back a couple decades in their plan, the Democrats. I really do. Because
it's a big ship to turn around, dude.
This is Trump, but this is the funny part.
As the space is inherited by the Palestinians as well.
I do see a long-term ownership position, and I see it bringing great stability to that part of the Middle East and maybe the entire Middle East. And everybody I've spoken to, this was not a decision made lightly. Everybody I've spoken to loves the idea of the United States owning that piece of
Look
land.
at that now. He's like, wait a minute, what the fuck?
It will be magnificent in a really magnificent area that nobody would know. Nobody can look because
news to me.
Death and destruction. And
are we doing this? Okay, all right.
This is very new.
Falling all over.
I want to kill this man right now.
Terrible sight. I've studied it. I've studied this very closely over.
How about Trump cuts her off?
I've seen it from every different angle.
Listen,
and it's a very, very dangerous place to be. And it's only going to get worse. And I think this is an idea that's gotten tremendous, and I'm talking about from the highest level of leadership,
such balls, dude.
Gotten tremendous praise.
Huge
and
balls.
If the United States can help to bring stability and peace
we will
in the
take
Middle East,
over
we'll
Gaza.
do that.
Let's just put it on him. What do you want to say about it, you freaking little jerk? Huh? I just blew your spot up. I don't know what to say.
I guess we're doing this because
this
I don't really have a choice because either you're giving me money or you're allowing me to live. So I guess I'm gonna go with the latter.
We're not even a month in, and so much has happened.
Bro, it's crazy.
It's insane. Like
some of these posts, I got friends of mine who like never want to talk to me. Like the last 4 years have been like I have friends that have years of being friends with. I have friends on YouTube that have pretty big channels that just cut me off, even though I literally helped them set up their entire career.
Yeah.
But they go, "You guys happy now? This is what you voted for." I'm like, "Yeah,
That's
it's
your new
awesome.
thing,
I'm having a great time. Are you kidding me? Every day, every day there's something else that makes me smile. What a great time. Timeline's fantastic."
Oh, dude, there's a cartoon something or tune something. I'll have to find it. I thought I saved it, but I don't see it now. They do that whole thing. You happy about this, bro? You happy about this? Title 19, dudes can't swim now. What do you do? You know, like it's just so perfect.
Yes.
It's just so perfect. But Title 9, I'm sorry. Title 9, amazing. You know, we have two genders and men are not allowed.
Common sense.
I have two young girls, 10
So
and 8.
do I have twins. I have twin 13-year-old girls.
And I am so grateful this happened now. I hope there's some way they can make it so it never gets changed. You know, you have people like Riley Gaines who tied the chick with the dick. What's his name? The swimmer,
the guy with the 7-foot wingspan.
Yeah.
It was
She legit
Leah Williams or
Leah Thompson. She legit tied that guy, and they gave him first place because we can't.
Optics. No, I mean
trumps all.
Our family grew up swimming, as in not me, but as in our boys from like age 5 swim team. And there's some really, really talented kids and there's some average kids. And what was amazing is you get to the 15 and up level. That's when you have like the 97-pound freshman who just turned 15 swimming against the Adonis who muscled Adonis who's going to college in 3 months, right?
That's
and you see the difference between the two. And it was amazing because you would get some absolutely amazingly talented women and they were just mopping the floor with the 15-year-olds. However, you get the 18-year-olds that are 1.5 feet taller and with huge arm span and all of the muscles that comes with that body.
Right.
There's no competition, none at all.
It's disgusting, and it's girls were losing scholarships. There's a generation of high school girls because it's 4 years, so their whole high school experience they went up against men in track and swimming. Some of them forced to change in the same locker room, which is just like as parents, as Americans, as humans. And I'm glad girls in Connecticut did. They sued and they lost, but they sued. You had to do something. Biological men beating up women, overpowering women. This was a whole part. Title 19 is all about protecting women, and we just threw them under the bus. We just let them get run over. It's just disgusting.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
What gets me though are the women that fought for this. These are their grandchildren that are sharing a locker room with a man.
Right.
And then they're all for it.
They're too much cowards to say something.
Yeah, they're cowards. That's the term.
Yeah. What was her name? The one that came out and started hating on Trump, but she was a huge star in the 80s. European broad, looked like a dude, but was a woman, came out against it. And then when they attacked her, she was like, yeah, screw Trump. It's like they all did it. If you came out against the machine, you got trampled.
You know what? I'll give it, except for J.K. Rowling.
I love her.
That chick is based. And I know we have way differing opinions on like probably everything else.
Of things. Yeah.
But the fact that she's stuck to her guns.
Yep.
And when someone was like some actress, famous actress, J.K. Rowling, how do you sleep at night knowing that you are affecting trans girls everywhere? And she goes, on piles of your money. I laughed so hard, bro.
Yep.
One of the greatest tweets of that year. I think it was like 2018, 19.
She was defending women.
Yeah.
And
by the way, she's the one who put her money where her mouth is and actually set up women's centers. She actually did do stuff for women.
Yeah.
And all you celebrities over here virtue signaling about fake women didn't do crap.
Yeah. Well, when she was a single mother writing Harry Potter, working 2 jobs, and then finally she makes it as big as she does. She wanted to what? Help women, not help men pretending to be women.
Yeah.
It's just fucked up, man. Yeah, I don't know, but I wanted to end on,
man.
Yeah, good for her. I wanted to end. This was the tune I was telling you about. So this is from Freedom Tunes. They're on X. They're hilarious, and YouTube, I believe.
Did you see what Trump did? He's rounding up mostly documented migrants to send them back. Bet you regret voting for him now, huh?
No, that's pretty much why we voted him into office, really.
He's even rounding up innocent illegals who didn't even commit a crime.
Illegal immigration is definitely illegal.
But did you know that Trump has already started sending peace-loving, patriotic, undocumented foreigners back to their countries of origin on planes? Bet you regret voting for Trump now, don't you?
Bet you regret voting Republican, huh?
I mean, now that I know this was always possible, I regret voting for every other Republican.
Oh my gosh! Mexico just denied the plane of undocumented doctors and lawyers that Trump sent over.
All right, that'll teach him.
Oh no.
Oh, never mind.
I love these guys, dude.
Trump is throwing undocumented better than us angel darling immigrants out of planes? Oh, you have to regret voting for him now.
You regret it, yeah?
You must be regretting it now.
Oh my gosh! Trump just signed an executive order to install a 50-foot tall wall around the entire country with moats full of alligators.
Look at his
and
face.
Fully automated laser turrets and razor wire at the top, and it's already finished construction.
Yes.
I love the MS-13 guy.
Magnificent.
You must regret it now.
I know you're regretting your vote now.
Wow. All great news. Thank you, guys, for brightening my day.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
I can't believe that didn't work.
Yeah, Trump specifically said they were going to get tired of winning.
Do you know what I've been doing lately? When I have some of my liberal friends like text me like a bunch of like they will literally text me like crazy. Like, hey, are you cool with this? Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I just respond with an emoji. I do the thing where I react to their emoji with a heart. I don't actually text type any words in. I just put heart. Or laughing emoji.
It's the best, dude. It drives them nuts. Hey, dude,
I've been blocked by so many people now.
Dude, friends from grammar school that told me I was on the wrong side of history in 2020. I was just like, whatever, dude. Where they're shutting our country down for no reason, but okay.
Yeah, my brother and I made really good friends with a Hollywood guy. We spent a lot of time with him. I'm not gonna say his name because I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah,
but we spent a lot of time with the guy. Went to his house, had dinner with him, watched premiered his movies and his shows, and really great guy. Like really to this day, like I love the guy, great dude. But his TDS is so crazy, bro, that he just refuses. We became very, very good friends.
Yeah,
and in a matter of like a couple years, all that's gone off because his TDS just flared up to the point where he can't even like speak to us without
so
screaming about
crazy.
Trump. Yeah.
I don't understand like how we have gotten to a place where politics will cause people to hate each other. Like
It's crazy. And I don't hate this guy, to be clear.
No.
I don't care what he believes.
Yeah, it's just how it is.
And it's always the other side. Like how many Republicans are like, I'm not gonna talk to my father anymore because he's a Democrat.
Yeah.
No, it's always the other way around where it's like my father voted for a Republican, so I'm never gonna allow him to see his grandkids again. You're like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like
yeah. I just found out my dad died. I laughed because he never got to meet his grandchild. It's like
crazy.
What? You guys are
Evil, dude.
Yep, they're evil. It is a cult.
It's cult. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to start my own cult here at Sporking News Podcast, but it's not working.
Hey, hit the join button below. Become part of the cult, man.
Subscribe.
Do it. Do you know you want to do it? You know you want to do it. Just do it. Just do it.
Oh, that sounded good. All right. Let them know, Brian, where they can find your new show, you on Rumble, all that good stuff.
Yeah. YouTube.com/ where's it? Oh, The Brain Show, and rumble.com/ just look up Brain Show. I don't know. I forgot what it was. What's it called?
I have it here somewhere. Damn it.
Whatever. Look up Brain Show, or look up the Popcast, and you'll probably find it there.
Yeah, it will come up. If you look up Popcast, you will find it. It actually
you'll
comes
find it.
before Popcast, I think.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And then if you look up, look us up on Twitter, man. The Brain Show, and then my personal Twitter @BexDota. For some reason, my Popcast Twitter has plenty of followers, but I can't get anyone to follow BexDota. Probably because I call people retards. I should probably, if I stopped calling everyone retards, maybe they would follow me.
That would be awesome. Yeah, we got to think about things like that sometimes. I make the same mistakes. I definitely do. But I know
I do get more followers on the account that I'm nice on. Yeah. That's true.
There we go, at The Brain Show, and there you go, youtube.com/the Popcast, and then you have rumble.com/C/brain.
Yeah, and see me on every Saturday morning on the Salty Nerd Podcast. I don't know that link. Just type in Salty Nerd Podcast. It'll show up.
You'll find it. It.
Great guys. There's like 6 panelists over there. It's very funny. It's sort of
they're
like
awesome. They're awesome. I love it.
Yeah, they're my bros.
Do they do in studio, right? It's all in studio?
We used to.
Okay.
And then it just got so hard.
Yeah.
A lot of the panelists that wanted to be on, I was in their studio a few times. It just got really hard. So we wanted to do it every week. So it became something that we just did.
That's awesome.
Although a couple of them, I think, still go to the studio to log in.
Okay. Yeah, I remember a lot of
their studio is sick.
Yeah, that's what I've been told.
It's really rad, bro. It's really, if you ever go out to Vegas, just hit up Matt and be like, let me see the studio. It's cool. It's super cool. It's like YouTube heaven.
I think Matt and we sometimes go back and forth on X, messing with each other. They're just good guys. So
really good guys.
I want
super
to,
bros.
I'll definitely have to reach out to them, but, thank you for being here, man. Come back anytime you want, come back. I love having you on. Tina, thank you for being here as always, supporting. I don't know where Mad and Grant and any of the other guys are, but make sure you check out their channels. Tina, where can they find you? I know you mostly hang out on here and on Vinny's channel. So
on Vinny's channel, tomorrow night, check out Vinny Art at 8 p.m. Eastern. We are reviewing the first 3 episodes of Primal season 1. So we had so much fun watching the last show, and me, I don't watch animated series, and this 2 for 2, it's been great. Arcane was amazing.
Oh, I can't get into Arcane because it's a League of Legends show, and I'm a Dota player. I played Dota, and League of Legends stole the idea from Dota.
Oh, okay.
So even though I see Arcane, and I'm like, damn, that looks amazing. I go,
it does, and it's
oh my god, it is
super strong.
gorgeous.
I can't get into it. It would be like me rooting for someone who cheated on me.
I got you.
It's like that.
Understandable.
I got you.
Understandable. But yeah, so
it looks amazing.
Check us out. Check us out. We'll have lots of fun, and that's about it. And of course, I'm sure we're doing something on Tuesday night back here on Sporking Podcast.
Yeah, we'll be doing, because my channel is ADHD like I am. We're gonna jump over to A Song of Ice and Fire or some fantasy show, most likely A Song of Ice and Fire. I think we had an idea, but I can't remember it. But make sure you see us here on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Where we talk about that, and then we'll be back again Saturday. To talk more, hopefully the Gemstone File conspiracy. Make sure you guys look into it a little bit. It
sounds rad.
It's one of the sickest conspiracies that I just learned about because of the Y Files. That channel's just dope.
It's funny when they first started, we were gonna do as merch, and then I made the mistake of giving him a really good idea of doing plushies, and he's like, "Oh,
yeah,
that's a great idea." And then he ghosted us and got his own plushies.
Dude, she bought it.
Oh, it's cool.
I bought it. Oh, I even have the little one on my desk.
Yeah,
he's a good I don't know the guy, but
he's
a
hustler,
seems amazing.
bro.
Yeah, he works. He works hard, but
he don't play. He works.
Yeah, I like that dude a lot. I love his channel, and he gives me ideas. So thank you. But we're gonna, like I say, we don't have an outro, so we'll go out with the intro. Some of it. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you for being here, Bri. Thank you again.
Welcome to Aluminum Spork, where mysteries come to talk. From ancient cities underground to UFOs that float around.
Good night, everybody.